What's up, guys? Today we're going to go ahead and break down the Head and Shoulders. We've been covering Head and Shoulders for the past 2 to 3 weeks now. Um, and I want you guys to understand what we're looking at when it comes to Head and Shoulders. So make sure you guys are taking good notes. Make sure you guys draw when I draw, take some screenshots. Make sure, though, if you guys are taking screenshots, guys, make sure you're drawing that stuff in your notes because 10 times out of 10, I'm sure you guys have a lot of examples in your phone, but you guys aren't going back in your pictures to find a certain picture to help you, right? Have everything in your notes right here in front of you guys, right? So let's go ahead. Guys, understanding the head and shoulder patterns, we're going to go ahead and break it up into quarters, right? Quarters. So when we see consolidation, that's 25% of the setup, right? So we're not even touching nothing. If the market is looking like this, guys, we're not doing nothing. We're sitting on our hands, right? Give me a one if that makes sense. If you're seeing the market move from left to right, we are doing absolutely nothing and we are watching, right? Now, this, I like to use the head and shoulders with the trend, right? I'm not looking for just random head and shoulder movement, guys. Like, if we were selling, if we are continuing to be bearish, right? If we're continuing to be bearish, I need to see head and shoulder sell patterns, right? Does that make sense, guys? I need to see the head and shoulder sell patterns. I'm not looking for this when the market is buying. Does that make sense? If the market is selling and we can see the market has been selling for a couple of weeks, couple of days, couple months, right? We need to see this structure here. Does that make sense? I am not looking for this when the market is buying. I'm looking for this when the market is selling. Give me a one if that makes sense, guys. Or unmute, guys. Come on, let's get it. 25 on the call right now. 25 on the call right now, baby. Right? When the market is buying, right? When the market is going up and it's in that uptrend, guys, when it's looking like this, I want the inverteds. I want to look for this. Does that make sense? When the market is going up, I want to look for inverted structure, right? I am not looking for sell type structure when the market is buying, right? I want buy structure when the market is buying, right? So let's go ahead. So think about that, guys. Keep that in mind when you guys are looking for these setups. Make sure you guys are going with the trend, right? Make sure you guys are going with the trend. So let's just say that the market is in a downtrend right now, right? The market is in a downtrend. Give me a one if you guys are with me. Give me a five if you guys are with me right now, guys. Let's say the market is in a downtrend, right? So when the market is downtrending and we have a bearish BOS to the downside, this lets us know that the market wants to start heading down now, right? The market wants to start heading down now. So once we get this breakout rally to the downside, right, we should have a starting point, right? We should have a sell starting point that looks something like this. Does that make sense, guys? So our stop loss would be at the high. This would be my setup if I'm looking for a starting point, right? How have you guys been here when we've talked about starting point entries, guys? Who has been with us for the past 2, 3 months now? Give me a eight if you've been with us for the past 2 to 3 months, right? So when we're looking for starting point entries, this is what we need to look at. Lower low, lower high, lower low. That gives me a BOS. Now, where does the head and shoulder tie into this market structure, right? When we can see that we have consolidation, guys, what is consolidation? Who wants to unmute? Who wants to get better? Because let's see how many, there's 25 of you guys and nobody unmutes. So I assume nobody wants to get better right now, right?
Right,
If
right.
you're on this call, you want to get better. So what is consolidation, fam? What is this right here?
So like the market is moving sideways.
Yes, correct. So when the market is moving sideways, that's called consolidation, right? But I see Maria had said it in the chat. When the market is moving sideways and we have consolidation, this is liquidity, right? If you don't know what liquidity is, we do have basic videos on that. My YouTube has videos on that. But what liquidity is in a nutshell is a pool full of money, right? So this whole area right here moving sideways is a pool full of money. There is money being built all throughout this, right? People are people are selling at resistance and people are buying at support. And when you see this, this is consolidation. This is liquidity, right? We want to sit tight. We don't want to enter the market when the market is doing that, right? Where would we like to enter? We want to enter at the starting point, right? Now, again, guys, I'm going to go ahead and delete this. Does this make sense? Because I want to focus on the head and shoulder structure and I don't want to make things too messy. So do you guys want me to leave the starting point so you understand the whole picture? Or do you want me to clear some of the noise and keep the head and shoulder market structure simple? You guys tell me.
So Vinny, as you talk about the starting point, so like it's easier like to tell someone like, oh, is the last buying or selling candle like that when the market is going up or going down?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So if the market is going down, that means we have red selling candles that broke structure. Our starting point would be the last green candle before the breakout rally to the downside. Does that make sense, bro?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete this since no one said anything. We're going to keep everything simple today. Head and shoulder plus starting point. Okay, Ricky, I saw that late. I'll bring it back for you, bro. We're good. Okay, so guys, understanding the starting point. Consolidation, guys, this consolidation is 25% of the setup, right? 25% of the setup. I'm gonna move this over here, right? I'm gonna move this over here because I want to draw a little bit or write a little bit. Right? The consolidation is 25% of this setup. Now, guys, when the market breaks out and we get that BOS to the upside, this BOS of the upside is 50% of the head and shoulder setup. So remember, keep this in your notes. This 50 is for the breakout that we just got here. Does that make sense, guys? Give me a question mark if you are not understanding this right now. Okay, cool. Cool. So when we drop down and we change character, guys, understand when we have this break of structure, this line down here, this is my change of character line. Right? Because the market is going up right here. So we need the market to actually change direction from up to down. So once the market gives me this breakout to the downside, this gave me 75% of the head and shoulder setup, guys. 75%. Now, the thing is, and this is where levels is just next level, right? It's a gem. They're training wheels, guys. You should use the training wheels because it makes things a lot easier, right? What levels will do, right? And you guys should have all this in your notes, right? What levels will do is it'll give you a blue arrow when you see a bullish breakout, right? And then what we're going to be waiting for next is the red arrow for the bearish breakout. So then it ties in together. Understand, we have shoulder, a break of structure to the upside, giving me the BOS, giving me this head that's being formed. And then we get the change of character with the break of structure to the downside, giving me 75% of this setup. Give me an 8 if that makes sense. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, brother. Give me an 8 if that makes sense, guys. So when you're looking at the lower time frame and you're kind of confused, bro, take a look at these arrows. These arrows will help you, right? Because some structure will look a little funky, right? Don't get me wrong and twisted, bro. Like when we look at some live candles right now, market will look a little funky. So we have to take note and use the training rules that Level was giving us. Let's go, baby. Let's go. So once we get this change of character, guys, once we get this 75% of the setup, the head and shoulder setup is now ready, right? If the market does not change character and we just hang out inside of this zone and we do not break and close below this black line, it's not ready yet. But once we break and close below, oops. But once we break and close below, it's go time, right? It is go time. So where do I put my zone, Vinny? Where can I find my sell opportunity? I'm going to use this break of structure line right here. And I'm gonna use it from wick to body. Now put that in your notes. My shoulder is from wick to body. And I will show you that and explain that on the live candles. Right? From wick to body, guys. So do you guys understand why the starting point ties into the head and shoulder? Because you can go ahead and catch the very, very top of the head and shoulder, which is the head. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know. Because this is why the starting point is fire. Because if you can catch the starting point, what you're really catching is the head of the head and shoulder. You're catching the head of the head and shoulder, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this. Ricky, I hope this made sense for you, bro, but I don't want this to be too cluttered up. Ricky, does that make sense, bro, before I go ahead and continue? Awesome, brother. Awesome. Now check me out, guys. Check me out. I'm going to use this right shoulder as my sell opportunity. Now, where do I put my stop loss? My stop loss will be at the high, right? It'll be at the high, okay? Now, I'm always going to pull down my take profit down to a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio. So guys, understand, once the market comes back to this right shoulder, the head and shoulder setup is complete, right? Once the market comes back to this area, we're looking to get in this sell and continue the market down. Does that make sense, guys? Give me a question mark if you are lost, if you are confused, right? Give me a 2 if this is making sense. Put some fires, take some screenshots, throw it in the chat. Let them know what the team is missing out on right now. Let them know because levels will do this for you, right? Levels will literally tell you, yo, we got a bullish breakout. Yo, we got a bearish breakout. Game time, baby. Head and shoulder time. Bullish breakout, bearish breakout. It's game time, guys. It's game time. Once we get this change of character, 75%, once the market touches this right shoulder, 100%, the setup is complete. Once the market is in this area, let's take some sales and send it back down. Send it back down, guys. Does anybody have any questions? This is how we break the head and shoulders up into quarters because you have to understand we have to wait for these things. Depending on what time frame you're trading, if you're trading on the 1 minute to 5 to 15 minute, these things can happen a lot sooner, right? Pretty quick within the day, right? But if you're trading on the 1 to 4 hour to the daily, these setups can take weeks, right? A couple days to weeks to set up. Give me a 2 if that makes sense, guys. depending on what time frame you are trading, we need for these things to happen in order from 25%, the 50% breakout, the 75% change of character. As soon as we get that change of character, guys, it's go time. We can now look to take some sales in this right shoulder area. We are good. Awesome. Make sure you guys take some screenshots. Make sure you guys take some screenshots. Right? Make sure you guys take some screenshots. Okay. Now, again, you guys should be calculating risk. I'm gonna go ahead and break down calculating risk real quick, just because I know we haven't done it, gone over that in a while. It's a lot easier in TradeLocker. TradeLocker actually helps you calculate your risk, so you don't need to find a calculator. But if you are on MT5 or MT4 or on other trading broker platforms using their trading platform, you can use IM. I used IM's calculator for 2 years, bro, before TradeLocker, right? So 2.5 years, I used this, right? I'm gonna go ahead and move this way. What you need, every trade you guys take, absolutely every single trade you take needs to be calculated, right? You need your lot size. Now, account size, I'm sorry, you need your account size. Now, this always needs to stay true, right? Let's say you have $1,000. If you lost $200, you need to change this to 800, right? If you came up $200, I need you to put 1,200. Let's say you lost $5, right? You need to add that. You need to calculate that. You need to adjust your account. Give me a 3 if that makes sense. Whatever your account size is, before you take this trade, you need to implement everything right here to the cents, right? Now, let's just say we have a 10K account, because usually that's the smallest account people are taking on demo, right? And this is a drawing, so let's keep that in mind. But let's say we want to risk 1% of our account. 1% of $1,000, 1% of $10,000 is $100, right? We are on CHF JPY, CHF JPY. Now my entry is this yellow box, and my stop loss is this red box or the purple box, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and put the entry, which is 160.019, and my stop loss is 161.692. So I'm going to go ahead and calculate. And it's telling me I can use a 0.09 lot size for this trade idea. And at the end of the day, if I take a loss, I will be losing $100. Give me a 10 if this makes sense, and give me a question mark if you need me to go over it one more time. This right here, guys, is important, and it is overlooked, right? Overlooked. But every trade needs to be calculated, even if it's a test trade. Doesn't matter how small your lot size is or how much you are looking to lose, every trade should be calculated, right? Now, again, boom, let's delete this. And now we will go with the inverted head and shoulder. Now, again, guys, what is this right here? When the market is moving sideways, what is this? Who wants to be wrong? Go ahead and unmute and be wrong. Go ahead and scream something out for me, guys. I don't care if you're wrong. I know a lot of you
Consolidation.
guys, yeah, I know a lot of you guys are brand new. We're learning and growing together, guys. It's all good, right? It's consolidation. Now, what is consolidation? Consolidation is liquidity. Again, when you see the market moving sideways like this from left to right, there is money being built in right here, right? The banks are letting people buy at support, sell at resistance, buy at support, sell at resistance, buy at support. Now, again, if the market is going up, right? If the market is going up, exact guess, Edgar. Yes, 25%. If the market is going up, I need to see an inverted head and shoulder. Does this make sense, guys? When the market is going up, I need to see the inverted. So how does the head and shoulder tie in? Now, if the market is going up, Boom. We just had a bullish break of structure. We have a BOS. Right? We have a bullish break of structure, guys. Right? So we should have a rally of green candles, right? And then we're looking for the very last sell candle that gave us the bullish move, right? So again, guys, consolidation, liquidity, that's 25% of the setup. 25%, right? When the market wants to go ahead and break to the downside, that break to the downside is 50%, guys. I'll go ahead and thicken that up just a little bit. 50%. So let's go ahead. Boom. 50%. Now, again, you guys could have been buying here with your stop loss at the low, looking to continue this trend, right? So for those who have been plugged in for the past couple months, understanding starting points, you're like, oh, snap. So I'm catching the head of the head and shoulder pattern. Yes, you are. So if we're looking to continue trend, you would be looking to take this trade to a 1 to 3, right? So let's go ahead. Actually, let's put that back. So again, 50% of my setup is the breakout to the downside. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this and I'm gonna write BOS to the downside. Bearish BOS, right? And again, I like to color code my bullish BOSs and my bearish BOSs to let me know, right? So if this is my BOS to the downside, this is my change of character. Need change of character for buy opportunity. And I need a bullish change of character. Now, again, guys, the market is slightly heading down. So I need the market to reverse and go back up. That's why I have a change of character, right? So once we get this 50%, that BOS to the downside, we're waiting, excuse me, for the market to go ahead and break and close above, right? We're in profit. We just hit TP. Let's go, baby. Powerhouse really does this shit for real, right? But with that move, guys, we just got that change of character, the change of character. So, what percentage is that change of character, guys? If we have 20%, which is the consolidation, and we have 50%, which is this breakout to the downside, when we get this change of character, what percent is the head and shoulder setup at right now? Let's go, Ricky. Let's go, baby. We are at 75%. 75%, right? Let's go ahead and delete this stuff. We're up. We just took a trade. We smacked it. Let's go, baby. Now, again, guys, again, when we get this bearish breakout, levels will let me know, or it should let me know, right? Because it is AI scanner. It may miss a couple, but that's why I'm teaching y'all so y'all can see it visually, right? We have the breakout to the downside. Now, levels should also let us know about the breakout to the upside. So once we get a bearish candle and then the bearish arrow and then the bullish arrow, boom, head and shoulder is locked and loaded. Give me an 8 if this is making sense, guys. Let's go, Ricky. I see you, Brody. Right. So where am I going to be taking my buy opportunity? Again, from the shoulder zone, I'm going to be using this BOS. Now, if you can't find your shoulder zones, guys, I know why you can't find it. It's because you are not labeling your BOS. We've gone over this topic for almost a year, right? The BOS is going to be your left shoulder. Right? The BOS is going to be your left shoulder. So if you can't find your left shoulder, I know you're not labeling the BOS. If consolidation breaks upside first, we have that the SP and we use the new SP, right? Yes, correct. Correct, Maria. Yes. Yes. Let's go back to that, right? If we are consolidating, what the heck? If we are consolidating the market, hold on. My computer is frozen real quick. If we are consolidating and the market is in an uptrend, if we break to the upside first, well, then we have a BOS to the upside. We have the breakout rally to the upside. We are looking for my last selling candle, and we are looking to use that as an opportunity. That's what you're asking, right, Maria? Awesome. Yes, that's exactly what we can do. So we're looking for inverteds and then starting points, right? So check me out. I'm looking to take buys off of this area right here. Now, my stop loss is at this low. Stop loss is at the low. And I'm pulling it out to a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio. So once the market comes back down here, guys, I know I want to take some buys. Let's go ahead and take the opportunity so we can go ahead and shift the market the way it originally intended. And again, when the market touches this right shoulder, guys, the head and shoulder pattern is now complete. Once we get that right shoulder, it is 100%. 100%. Give me a 2 if this is making sense. Give me a question mark if you are completely lost. Let me know, guys. Let me know. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Are you guys ready for some live examples now, or do you guys need me to break it down? Again, let's go ahead and calculate our setup, right? Because every setup you take needs to be calculated. Let's pull this out. Again, we are going to be using a $10,000 account. Let's say today I want to risk 50% of my of a setup, 0.50%. So instead of risking a full percent, I'll risk half, and I will risk $50 instead of 100. I am still on CHF JPY, right? CHF JPY. My entry is the yellow box. My stop loss is these right here. So my entry is 158.818. My stop loss is going to be 157.2, let's see, 235. Let's calculate. So it's saying I can go ahead and use a 0.05 on this trade setup. And at the end of the day, if I take a loss, I will only be risking and losing $50. You talking about the homie? You want me to pull out the homie, Ricky? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, do it. Let's do it.
Let's go. Let's go. You guys understand this, right? Give me an 8 if this is making sense when it comes to calculating risk. It's pretty simple. It's literally letting you know. Right, but we can't overlook this right here. Now, again, guys, I like to pull out the homie because when you can see the homie, you know it's for real. You know it's for real. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out. Ricky knows what's up. Ricky knows what's up. Boom. Again, look at the little shoulders. Look at the little shoulderlings right here. Little shoulder, little head. Bam. Change of character, right? This consolidation, that's my shoulder. The peak to the downside, that's my head. The peak to the downside, that's my head. And once we change character, guys, it is go time. Everybody got two shoulders. We got left shoulder, right shoulder, baby. Right. So when the market gives me this change of character, we're looking to take opportunities off that right shoulder, guys. Right. Once it comes in there, boom, 100%. Let's go take it. Guys, take a screenshot. Take a screenshot, send it into the Powerhouse chat. Let them know what's going on tonight. I'm telling you guys, somebody's gonna have a breakthrough. We have very little people active in this call, but somebody's gonna have a breakthrough tonight. Are you guys ready for some live examples? Let me know. What pair do you guys want me to look at tonight?
So Vin, I have a question.
What's up, brother?
So basically, like here at 100%, like our right shoulder, can we take as can you take it as the test trade or like the confirmation trade.
As this right shoulder,
Yeah.
you can always, yes, first guys, first touches, you can always take first touches as a test trade, right? Now, when you're thinking that, bro, you have to mark up the structure here, right? We see break of structures, break of structures. Once we get this change of character and get another little head and shoulder, bro, a little another head and shoulder, homie, right here,
Yeah.
we can go ahead and take a heavier lot at this area and shoot that back up. So then we'll have another setup that looks like this. Send it back up. Does that make sense?
Yes. Thank you.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. Go ahead and let that be right there for, oh, let me put that thing back for the visual real quick. For the visual real quick. All right. Bust out. Let me make this just a little bigger. Boom. Cool, guys. Actually, let me see. All right. One, two, one thing I can promise y'all, promise is y'all won't regret hopping on these calls consistently because it does pay off as long as you apply what you learn. Exactly. Exactly. If you guys hop on these calls just to hop on, and trust me, I've been there. I used to hop on calls just to hop on and let my phone and not even pay attention. But if you pay attention, guys, and you take the notes, you take the time to care for yourself enough to take notes, and you apply things, guys, you're going to be cutting your own learning curve. Like, yes, we're helping you, but you guys still have to take the action, right? So take the time to care for yourself, guys, right? Again, we're ready for live examples, right?
Yeah.
We're good. What pair do you guys want me to look at today? Let's go ahead and dissect some of these pairs that you guys want me to look at. What's good? We're gonna hop on lower time frames today because I know y'all be like, bro, this dude always on the daily, bro. GBP, JPY. Let's go ahead and look at some yen. Right. So cool. Cool, cool, cool. Now, let's go to the 4 hour real quick, just so I can have higher time frame bias. So just by looking at this, levels is telling me that I have a break of structure here. Right. So if I see a red arrow, I match that with the red box. And it's saying I have a possible sell zone right here in this area. Right. So this would be my bearish break of structure. And let's change this to red. Right. And my change of character line would be right here. Me change of character for buy opportunity. Now, again, guys, not every head and shoulder is going to look clean. But look at this. We have a lower low, lower high, lower low. Guys, if we break and close above this line and starting point, does that look like an inverted head and shoulder?
Yes.
So once the market comes back, we can go ahead and find our right shoulder, find the buying starting point, and take opportunities. Right? So knowing I have a possible sell zone, I'm gonna scalp the market and see if I can go take buys all the way up to this sell zone. Right? But knowing that, guys, I have to take profit. I have to take profit and stop with the buys until market comes right here so we can see what to do next. Right? So let's drop down to the 5 and see what market is cooking up. Oh, levels want to play with me today. No, it's just pulling up some history. Give me a second, guys. Yo, do y'all hear that? At my girlfriend's crib, bro, they be partying every damn day in her neighborhood, bro. It's crazy. Come on, levels, man. You're gonna move it 1 centimeter, baby. Let me move some, bruh. All right, this ain't working. This ain't working, baby. Hmm. Yo, maybe it's my computer. My computer lagging right now, Brody. All right, let's delete. Let's go back up to that 4 hour real quick and identify. Starting point. Let's drop down to that 5 and let's see if TradingView can work a little faster. Oh, look at that. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so I'm on the 5, guys. So just keep in mind, if you're looking at something that looks like this structure, there's enough candles in here to and understand, guys, we can jump up one more time frame if we wanted. So let's just go ahead and see if we can look at this a bit more clear. See that? Same structure, literally. So I'm gonna go ahead and eliminate some candles, and I'm gonna go ahead and focus on this. So, guys, look at this structure. We have a break of structure to the downside, BOS, right? We have another break of structure. So my change of character line would be right here. Why right there? Well, understand I have lower low, lower high, lower low. And once we break and close above, we finally have that change of character. So tell me, guys, does this look like the cleanest head and shoulder? Not really. I mean, I'll be honest, not really, right? With all this stuff going on, not really, right? But it is. It is one. Change of character to the upside. Right? So where is my shoulder? One, we can see we have a breakout rally, right? My starting point, notice all green candles, breakout rally. My starting point for buys is right here. My inverted head and shoulders, well, guys, if this is my low, where is my left shoulder at? Go ahead and annotate on my screen. Where's my left shoulder? If this is the low and this is the head, where is my left shoulder?
Yeah, there's the BOS.
Yes, sir. The BOS. Yep, Zach. Yo, what's up, Zach? Shit, I haven't seen you on these calls in a minute, Brody. Hope you're doing good, man.
Hey, what's up, bro? Good. Yeah, it's been a
What's
minute.
good? Hey, it's nice to have you, bro. Nice to have you. So check me out, guys. This is my left shoulder. Now, again, from wick to body. From wick to body, right? Notice if you can delete that, that would be great just because it's in the little area that I want to break down. If you can't, just let me know.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to click the trash, but it's not working.
No, it's all good. Let me go ahead and share again. All right, so again, from wick to body, guys, notice we have a break of structure. This little wick gave me that break of structure. So this low wick, that's my wick. Now I'm gonna pull this box up to the closest body point, and it's going to be right here. So if I pull this up, my wick to body, that's my shoulder zone right there. We look for um we look we look for more of the letter M when searching for buys and more of the letter W when looking for sales. This can be a part of a good trading strategy, something you can identify immediately off the chart. If you've been going with Oren, he's been breaking down M's and W's for the past, I think actually just today, right? So you can use that. I personally don't use the M's and W's because I want you guys to understand the structure, right? But when you are studying Oren and he's breaking down M's and W's, all he's showing you guys is head and shoulder. That's all he's showing you, right? But yes, Chris,
Okay.
you are right, right? You are right. But I like to teach it with the break of structure and change of character because you guys got to know that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got to know that. But you are correct. So tap in with Oren, bro. He's been breaking it down for the past 2 sessions already. So
I
look at
asked
this, guys.
that.
Go ahead.
I asked that because I'm thinking for a beginner, something that someone who has never seen the charts before, understand the charts, bringing someone in. So identifying something quickly, that's where I was coming from.
Oh, got you, got you. Yeah, guys. So again,
What?
make sure if you guys are new, tap in with Oren, right? He's been breaking down M's and W's, and it's literally the head and shoulder. What I'm teaching you here, it's the same thing, just taught slightly different, and you might grasp that, right? So keep that in mind. Check that out, right? So check me out, guys. Has the market come back to this way? It actually came back twice. Came back twice. All right. So we can see the market respected this area, which is fire, and we get an opportunity, right? This shoulder is solid. It happened to come back. Now, after this first touch here, I would have liked it to come down here. So as the market is dropping, I would have liked it to push just a bit lower, and then we continue up. But it's all good, right? It's all good. All good. Oh, let me put these on. I'm gonna go ahead and take off the lines. Right? Because look at this, guys. Again, this is all AI, right? But look at levels is saying, yo, we have a red arrow right here. A red arrow right there. Now we should have a blue arrow right here. Oops. Blue arrow to give us that confirmation, right? We look for the bearish, gives us that 50%. We get that change of character, gives me that 75%. Boom. Now we're looking for this right shoulder. Right now you're looking for this right shoulder. So look at this. As soon as market, let's just say, how do I know that this zone was going to be respected? Right? Well, all we have to do is just copy the structure. Right? If I drop down to the lower time frame, I bet this right here will have a red arrow. Right? We have break of structure to the downside, BOS, BOS. Now my change of character, boom. That's my change of character. We get like 8 candles of the same color that broke structure to the upside. So my starting point would be right here, which is this. Oh, I thought it sniped it. Let's see. Barely missed that. Right. And my shoulder right here from wick to body. Right. So we have lower low, lower high, bearish BOS, bullish change of character. Once the market comes back into this zone, we are looking to take opportunities. Let's drop down to the 5 and see if we get some arrows down there. Look at this, guys. Look at that. So fire. So fire. Levels literally letting me know, yo, I got a bearish BOS. Right? Levels told me. And then I got the bullish change of character. And again, levels told me. So this is the setup right here. Super fire. Super fire. Whether you got in here or not, it doesn't even matter. Why? Because the market gave you another one back to back. Let's say you didn't get in right there. Who cares? Who cares? Market gave you another opportunity. Did we smack 1 to 3? Yes. Absolutely, we did smack 1 to 3. That's so fire. That's really, really good movement, right? Is this making sense, guys? Do you guys need me to break this down? Am I moving too quick? Y'all know how I get sometimes when I'm in the zone. Understand, guys. Guys, this right here, what percent is this? What percent is this right here, guys? This consolidation, this backward type movement. What is that? 25%. Look at the consolidation. It's right in front of your face, right? Consolidation doesn't have to be like this, guys. It doesn't have to be a lot. It does not have to look like this, right? It does not have to look like that. If you think that's what consolidation needs to look like, it does not need to look like that, right? Look at this consolidation on the 5-minute. It's very, very small. But if we drop down to the 1 minute in this area, I bet you it does kind of look like this, right? Let's drop down 1 minute and take a look. Right? See, now the consolidation got a little bit bigger, but it doesn't need to be ranging crazy. It doesn't need to move sideways like that, right? So just understand that, guys. Right? Understand that. That can help you a lot because maybe you're thinking consolidation needs to be a lot, and it doesn't, right? It doesn't. We have support, resistance, support, resistance. Market drops, giving me that red arrow. We got 25% and the 50%, and then boom, as soon as we get that change of character, we got the 75%, guys. This area is ready to go. And man, that right there was a really good trade. That right there was a really, really good trade, guys. Let's go ahead and delete this stuff. All right, I want to take a look on why the market came back down here. I'm going to jump up to the 15 real quick. It looks like it was testing the starting point structure. So let's delete this real quick, just so I could break that down to you. Notice once we're starting to shift up, we have a break of structure to the upside, right? And we have a starting point right here on the 1 hour time frame, right? My stop loss, if you're looking for a tight one, it's right here. And if you're looking for a loose one, it's down here. And it was testing this structure to see if we were going to continue down. And we ended up just continuing up higher. So this is something that I tell you guys on starting points, right? If we don't break and close below this line right here, it can stop you out. But if it doesn't continue lower, like if we do not do this, right? If we don't break and close below, we can still go higher. But once it breaks and closes, we're looking for sales now because then we have something that looks like this: shoulder, head, change of character. Let's look for sales now, right? But the market was just testing this area. Let's go to the 2 real quick. 2 minute, 2 hour, 2 hour, 2 hour. Yeah, so on the 2 hour, the starting point is actually this whole zone. And I like to fluctuate back and forth from the 1 to the 4 hour, 1 to 2 to 4 hour, just to see some of the pictures, right? But it was holding this zone, which is a good sign, right? Which is a good sign. So let's go ahead and drop back down to that lower time frame to see if we can go ahead and catch something from here. Let's drop down to 15. Okay, cool. So let's take a look here. Let's actually go up to the 1 hour real quick. Okay. So looking at this, right? Yes, we got stopped out. But as soon as we get stopped out, we should already be looking at the structure. Guys, do we have a break of structure to the downside? You
Yes.
guys tell me. Yes, right?
Yeah.
That's fire. Now look at this. Consolidation, back and forth movement. 25% is being built up right now, right? We have the break structure to the downside, which gives us 50%. But look, if this is my BOS, my change of character needs to be right here. Boom. And that's what happened. So we couldn't have really taken this unless we were on like lower time frame looking at structure, right? I'm trying to save some structure and frame for us, right? So since we didn't get this change of character to the upside, we weren't really looking for buys just yet. But since it did get that BOS, we finally have some confirmation, right? We have a starting point right here on the 15-minute time frame. Super, super tight market structure. Now, again, guys, if this right here is my lowest peak, right? If this right here is my lowest, because this is a little higher, right? So if this is my lowest peak, where's my left shoulder?
Then that's BOS on your left.
Yes, bro. Yes. So I know if you guys cannot find your shoulders, it's because you're not labeling your BOSs. So once the market wants to come back in this area, I would like to see if we can take some buy opportunities. Now the market structure missed. We had a huge imbalance. We don't really cover imbalances on levels, but that's a huge imbalance right there. And if we jump up to the, let's see the 1 hour. Yeah, so the 1 hour, right? We have a BOS to the upside. My daily or my 1 hour starting point will be right here. So we would have still missed it, and that's okay. It is what it is. If we go up to the 4 hour time frame, our BOS is right here. And my starting point now is actually this red candle. So depending on what time frame you were looking at, on the 15-minute, you missed it. It is what it is. That's why you can't be stuck on lower time frames at all times. On the 4 hour time frame, this is the starting point, and it came right in and respected it, right? So this is the thing. You guys have to be having your time frames marked up. Don't just be stuck on lower time frame. So now that we have the daily structure or the 4 hour structure marked up, let's go back down to the 15, and we could just focus on the market structure, right? So let's go ahead. As soon as market touched this daily or this 4 hour starting point, it's already in buy range. All right, it's already in buy range. So this is what we can do. I'm seeing structure here. I'm seeing structure here. Give me that break of structure. And levels is actually letting me know as well with these red arrows. You guys see those red arrows? Levels is letting me know saying, yo, we just broke structure to the downside, which is fire. And why am I picking that area specifically? Well, I'm seeing a massive drop and pullback. So this right here is for sure 1 hour, if not 4 hour structure. We can break to the downside. And then if we can go ahead and change character, we can start looking for some buys in this area. Does that make sense? Give me a 1 if that makes sense. So guys, think about this. If you are looking for this type of structure and head and shoulder, why is it okay just to go up to the 1 hour time frame? Same structure, literally. Would it be okay? Like, would it be okay for you to get rid of some candles to have similar structure? 1 hour time frame, 15-minute time frame, right? Clear some noise for you guys, right? Clear some noise. If this is the structure you are looking at, guys, just go up to a higher time frame real quick, just one, right? Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So let's go back. So we can see we have this change of character. So look at this, guys. This was my last BOS, right? This is my last BOS. Would this be my shoulder right here?
Yeah.
Would this area be my shoulder? If this is the lowest area, where's my shoulder at, guys? Let's go, Ricky. Yes, that's my left shoulder. That's my left shoulder right there. Boom. And the market did not come back, which is foul. Super foul. Yes, new left shoulder. Right. So look, check this out, guys. We still have a little bit to that 4 hour starting point. So if the market wants to come back this way, I would like to see if we can go ahead and get some rejections to the upside to that starting point. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know. Let's see. We're on the 5 minute now. We're on the 5 minute. And that's just because we're running low on time and I want to show you guys some examples. So look at this, guys. We have support. Would this be considered consolidation right here, guys? Would you guys consider this a little bit of consolidation right there in this area? Yes, for sure. So my change of character line should be right here. Boom. Look at that. So we should, right? We should have a red arrow right here in this area. Again, this is AI. We're not always going to have a red arrow. But when you can see it with the naked eye, put one there, right? Put one there, right? Now look at this, guys. So we have left shoulder, head, change of character, right? So my left shoulder is right here. From the lowest wick to the closest body. Now my starting point in this area is actually right here. So when the market wants to come back to one of these, I can go ahead and look for some buy opportunities. Market shifted up and it did what it was supposed to do, which is fire. Which is fire. Oh my gosh. I'm seeing a little hiccup. Let's go to the 1 minute and see if we could have caught that snipe. Oh my good. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm telling y'all. Hey, guys. I try to told you. I tried to told you guys. It does not matter what time frame you trade. You just have to understand the setup. Look at this. Would you guys consider this consolidation? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Consolidation.
Yes, right? You see market,
Yes.
it's not moving just up, right? It's not moving just up. No, it's actually moving a little bit sideways. Now
Mhm.
this is the 1 minute, so this is probably like 15 minutes. Let's see. 18 minutes, 17 minutes, but it's not moving up or down. It's actually caught in this little area. Now look at this. Levels letting you know blue arrow. Boom, we got a blue arrow to the upside. So what percent do we have right now, guys? At this point,
25.
at this point of the setup, what percent are we at? Let's go, Kyle. Maria. Oh man. Let's go, Ricky. So let's go ahead and break that down, right? Again, the consolidation is 25%. Where my text at? 25%. Let's make that thing huge, boy. 25%, right? So look, levels let us know we got a blue arrow. We got a bullish break of structure. So this break of structure gives us 25, or I'm sorry, 50%. You see this, Maria? This breakout right here gives us 50%. Now, when the market wants to go ahead and change character, right? Once the market breaks and closes below this line, we're looking for sells. Boom. So let's play that back real quick. Did you guys see how it had a red arrow? Again, we're on AI. It's not always going to pull up every single one. But look at this. Look at this. Look how it's going to pull up a small red arrow. You see that? You see that? Boom. Break a structure. That red arrow should have stayed there. So now we have a blue arrow to the upside and a red arrow to the downside. This is letting me know the head and shoulder is now in play, guys. So what do we have? We have the break of structure. Oops, we have the breakout rally giving me that change of character to the downside. So my starting point would be this green candle. And my shoulder is actually the BOS. From wick, now the highest wick is this wick to the closest body, which is, I think, this right here, the shred candle. I'm gonna go ahead and put my stop loss at the high. Now I'm gonna go up to the 5 and see if I can widen this out a little bit. Right? I like to do that because again, when you're on lower time frames, you're on the 1 minute time frame. Right? Market can go this high, but what if it doesn't? Right? I want to be put in. So I'm gonna go to the 5 minute. Now, the wicks are looking a little bit like this. I'm gonna drop down 1 minute, which is the 3, and I'm gonna go ahead and use this. That's a lot cleaner. Does that make sense, guys? I'm gonna widen it out just a little bit. So when the market wants to come and pull back, where are we at? The 5 minute, the 1 minute? When the market wants to pull back, all we have to do is wait. All we have to do is wait. We know we want to sell here, whether it's the starting point or that right shoulder. We want to take some sell opportunities. 1 to 3 risk to award. Let's take a look at what we got. I think it just touches the starting point and is gone. Get that, get that, get that. Oh. One more push, one more push higher, baby. One more push higher. Oh, it didn't give me the shoulder. But that right there, guys, is fire. Super fire. Whether you get in at that starting point, it's all good. You're already at 1 to 2. Where's 1 to 3 at? Let's see if we can catch the 1 to 3. At this point, we should already be break even and partialed out. So we're good. This is a winning trade. Boom. TP'd hit. Let's go. Let's go. We just missed the shoulder, but it's okay. Let's see if we would have been to the 5 minute, if that would have gave us an entry. Oof. I'm telling y'all, that's why you can't be stuck to that only one time frame. The 1 minute's way up here. The 5 minute, we would have gotten the snipe, and the market gives us what we need to see. Does anybody have any questions before we end the night, guys? Let me know. Let me know, fam. Please unmute. Is there anything I can help you guys with before we end this call? Yes, Josh, that's right there, super clean. When you wait for everything, guys, super clean. 25%, 50%. The change of character, let's update this because we got the change of character. Boom. Now that change of character gives us 75%. 75%. Once market comes back to this right shoulder, 100%. 1000%, baby. Boom. Sending it down. How long does it take for funding pips to review passing a two-step to get your master funded account? For funding pips, I think it takes like a week or so. It shouldn't take too long. I think after you pass your second step, depending on what phase you do, it should take a few days, within a week, so it shouldn't be too long. Hey Vinny, so when you would, okay, hold on. Hey Vinny, so when would you buy at starting point or BOS shoulder setup? Okay, that's a great question because you're talking about, well, I have two entries. Which ones do I take, right? Is that what you're asking? Yeah, okay, so that's a great question. So that's why I like to test trade, right? Especially on lower time frames. If I see this on the 1 minute time frame, this isn't that many pips, guys. This is only GBP JPY, that's 27 pips, right? That's a pretty good test trade right there. Right. So depending on what you like, Ricky, if you like starting points, you're gonna take the starting point, bro. If you like the shoulder, well, the most likely you're gonna miss out on this starting point and you're gonna take that shoulder setup. Right. Now, when would you take the setup? You don't have to take the first touch, right? But knowing if you miss the first touch, market does not have to give you a second entry, right? So if I was looking to be more selective and wait, right? We have a BOS here and a change of character here. So my head and shoulder would look like this. Shoulder, head, change of character. We're looking for the market to come back, and it failed to come back, right? It failed to come back. So if you didn't take this opportunity, you would have missed the second opportunity, right? Now, with something like this, Ricky, I like to just, and especially this is the 1 minute, so this is really small time frames, and your risk isn't that big. So I wouldn't mind getting in at that starting point and setting it up, or the 50% of that starting point, or just at that right shoulder, right? But when you have something that looks like this, shoulder, head, starting point, drop. Let's actually make this a little bit bigger, right? We have a BOS of the upside, and then a change of character. But look, where's my last buying candle before this breakout rally to the downside? If this is my breakout rally to the downside, then this last buying up is my starting point, right, Ricky?
Right.
So, and my shoulders up here, and especially on higher time frame, 1 hour time frame, the pippage can be like 40 pips difference from the starting point to the right shoulder, right? So what you're gonna have to do, if you're gonna either have to test trade this area, find the stop loss and put it there. And if you get clapped, well, then you have the right shoulder. So you can take a test trade here and be okay with the loss, knowing that the market is intended to going higher, a little bit higher for my second entry. Or you can wait for market to give you confirmations. And again, just because it does that does not mean it will give it to you right away, right? If the market wants to respect this, let's go ahead and wait for that change of character so we can go ahead and send it off like that. Make sense, Ricky? So we don't have to be the first one in. We don't even have to test trade, right? We can mark up and wait for the things we need to see. Does that make sense? Let me know, bro. Yeah, okay. And then the same way, right? Let's say I see this starting point, right? I see this starting point, but instead, right? I know I want this right shoulder. So I like the right shoulders. Once it gets to this area, I need to look at the structure, because if it does respect, we're going to start taking sales. But what if it doesn't and continues to go higher? Right? Whether we take the first touch or we wait for this change of character, we're looking for the same exact thing. I hope that makes sense, Ricky. Yes, last buying candle before the change of character to the downside. Last sell candle before the change of character to the upside, the starting point, right? Correct, Chris. Correct, bro. Correct. Way to ask your questions, Ricky and Chris and Bruno. Way to ask your questions, guys. Way to ask questions. That's the only way you guys will get better, is to get out of your comfort zone and ask the questions, because no one will ask the questions for you. If you want to get better, guys, you simply have to ask questions. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on this call, all 21 of you guys should be asking questions. Don't be shy. Don't be like, oh, he's gonna think I'm stupid. I'm a year and a half in. I ain't profitable. I don't understand break structure. I don't understand. Who cares? Who cares, bro? Do not care what other people think, and nobody will make fun of you on these calls. If they do, and they want to talk papas, they will get booted. I will personally boot them for you. I won't take nobody making fun of nobody on these calls. These calls are specifically to get you guys better. You guys want to ask your questions, we're going to get your questions answered. Simple, right? With that being said, guys, right? With that being said, you guys have a great trading week. Trade responsibly, right? If you guys have any questions, whether it's chart work or anything, that send in your chart work in the chats. Ask for it. Hey, yo, Vinny, this look right? It looks right, bro. Or you know what? Let's go ahead and fix this right here. You know what I'm saying? So I can go ahead and get back to you guys. Identify consolidation with the left shoulder gets you the 25%. Yes, consolidation is the left shoulder, and it is 25%. Identifying your starting point gets you the 50% right there, Vinny. Okay, let me see. Identify consolidation with the left shoulders gets you 25%. Identifying your starting point gets you 50% there. So let's go ahead and clear that up before we end the call.
Yeah, so I used to listen to Oren Wright. It's honestly been a while, and he used to talk about to talk about where the money comes from, where the money is, and where the money's going. And then he says, well, there will be times when the money comes back. So he recognizes the starting point of the store. He references the starting point of the store, and that the car has to come back and make up or pick up something. So yeah, that's how I took it from him, and like I'm making a connection right now.
Right, right. So yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, right? Consolidation, that's 50%, that's 25% of the setup. Now, once we get a breakout to the downside, right? Once we get a breakout to the downside, this may be a rally breakout to the downside. So you are going to have an arrow, a red arrow, and levels will most likely give you a starting point here. But if we are looking to buy, right, we need this starting point to get clapped. And then what happens? Levels should give you the bullish breakout. And with that bullish breakout, we should have a change of character, right? We should have a change of character and then a brand new starting point. Does that make sense, Chris?
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. Let's get it, guys. Have a great trading week. If you need help with the charts, send it in. Tag me so I can give you guys feedback. With that being said, I will see you guys on Friday. Actually, yo, what's up? Are you guys pulling up Friday or what, bro? Because we're about to throw a crazy trading workshop. We got some hitters, bro. We got Bobby, Will, Krista, myself, Junior, bro. It's gonna be crazy. I hope you guys can come. I hope you guys can make it because it's gonna be lit. But I will see you guys there. That means no levels call unless somebody wants to go ahead and step up. I will ask somebody, but if nobody wants to step up, whatever the case, I will see you guys on Monday. Just letting y'all know now. Peace out.
See you Friday, Vinny.
Yes, sir, baby. Let the powerhouse chat know, y'all. Let them know how much sauce you got. Let's go, baby. I'm out of here.